Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Saturday, November 22nd of 2025. So I was at Dollarama just the other day. I got to go back today to get a few more things I need, but I went there yesterday with my daughter and just got the wreath forms and the ribbon that I needed for decorating my living room and my kitchen. So this year I said, want to do something completely different. So trying to figure out what color scheme I want to do, what I want to do. And I just said, okay, the color scheme is just red. That's it. I have very little red items and it's not something that I've done too much. I kind of want to do like a traditional type colors, but I don't really know. That red and green and gold are usually, a really good color combination. But I thought, no, I'd like one color to be more dominant. So I chose red. So I decided that in my living room, I was going to set these wreath forms down. Because if I drop them, they're going to make a very loud crash. So in my living room, I'm going to put a wreath on my bay window. I'm not going to put it in the center because my cats are up there. I just don't really want them to be in the window. So I was thinking putting it into the two side windows. I'll make the wreath and I'll figure that out if that's a good placement or not, depending on, how my cats are, go after things. And then I decided like the china cabinet has got 2 big doors and my entertainment center has 4 doors. So I decided I'm going to wrap them in the ribbon to make that nice cross pattern and then put some bows on it in the middle of them to kind of dress them up. Something like a bow or something in the middle. And so then for my kitchen, I want, again, same thing. I've got 12 upper cabinets. So I want to wrap the cabinets with the red ribbon and I want to put a wreath on each of my cabinet doors. And then I also want to make wreaths for I've got 2 windows in my kitchen. I've got a window in the front entrance. And then, of course, I've got the front door and the back door. So I was looking to figure out how many wreaths I need. I already started making the 12 for the upper. I'm just making them kind of small. I had these huge, long pieces of garland and I already measured and cut them out. I didn't show myself doing that, but I was watching TV and I just started measuring and cutting. I'm like, oh, I was gonna film myself, but that's okay. That's that's craft on the other channel anyways. And so I needed the wreath forms and I needed some ribbon. So maybe I'll just start. I'll do the ribbon first because it's sitting right here. The wreath forms are now on the floor. So I had figured for my living room to do the china cabinet entertainment center, I needed like 52 feet of ribbon. And I already had 1 spool of the red ribbon. It looks like this. It's the red velvet. But it was 30 feet, 30 feet. This now is only 25 feet. And this was 250. Then I grabbed 2 rolls of the candy cane striped velvet ribbon. And these were 15 feet. So this is definitely going to give me enough ribbon to do my living room. This is if I wrap the doors completely. I might just decide to just wrap the outside of the doors. I don't know. When I start doing that, I'll figure out what makes sense. And then I needed the ribbon for my kitchen. And then I figured, well, this is actually pretty thick ribbon for the cupboards, especially their upper cupboards. They're very small and they're glass, and I like the reflectiveness to be able to see through them. So I found this ribbon here, and it says it's decorative ribbon with the wired edge. And it has just open one. So it's like that waffle pattern, and so it's got some space in there, so I think that will kind of help with seeing through the glass. And then I'm like, if I fold these in or cut it in half, fold it in half, I'm not quite sure, I can get so much more because that's all the thickness I'm going to need for the cabinets. So these are 9 feet each, and they were $1.50, and I bought 4 of them. So I bought seven ribbon. Okay, and now the ribbon is all over the floor. And then I got some wreath forms. Some of these I've already written down to as what room I'm going to be using them for. Start with this. So I bought 5 of the 14-inch wire wreath for $1.75 each. I only needed 2, and somehow I got there and I miscounted because I do have some at the house, and I grabbed 5 and I only need 2, but I thought that's okay. I'd rather buy a couple extra because I didn't have my full list on me of what I needed to buy. So I'm like, well, I bought 3 extra. And then I bought 2 of this size. This size is my kitchen window. So these are 18-inch and they are $2.75 each. And I bought one of the largest that I could find. And it's the 20-inch, and it was, I can read that backwards, $3.75. So I've got this one labeled as my front entrance, unless I have a larger wreath form, which I think I do, because I have a couple, and then I went and got them out. So that is those items. So that is just my ribbon and my wreath. So for the 8 wreath forms and the 7 spools of ribbon was $31.50, and then $1.58 for GST. No rounding for pennies because I used my card, so it was $33.08. And then, excuse me, yeah. And then I will be back because I've got to run and grab a few more things from the dollar store. So I'll be back when I get back home. Okay, so I had to run and get my daughter from work. I'm letting the pies cool, so then I also had to go and grab a few things from the dollar store so I could wrap them. So I went to Dollarama and Dollar Tree. So I'm going to do Dollarama first. I found, it's a diamond printing picture, and this was a set of 3. So I got the penguin, snowman with the penguin, and just the snowman. So this was $2, and it's going to do 3, diamond print pictures. And it looks like these actually have their own stand as well, like built in. So that'll be kind of neat when I get them finished, that they can actually stand on the shelves. And then I found this diamond print kit. This was also $2, and it says you make 12 little stickers. So you got like a reindeer, Santa, a stocking, penguin, snowman, and a candy cane. I guess you make 2 of each. It doesn't really say it, but it's okay. These are kind of fun to make, these cute little crafts. And then I got a pack of 12 of these wooden gift tags, and this was $2. I don't know if I'm going to use them for Christmas. I might, or I might save them for something else. I'm not quite sure, but I thought they were kind of cute, and I haven't seen these for a while. And I got a pack of 4 Christmassy bows. Like I said, I made 3 pies, so I kind of want to put a bow on top, and then I can kind of know which 2 were the berry and then which was the custard. So this was $1.50 for 4 little bowls. 1 second, my cat just fell. She's okay. She's just having trouble jumping, so we're going to have to do something different with where the cat's food goes. Okay, so I had the 4 little bows. I thought it'd be cheaper to go to like the regular birthday section, and it was actually more expensive because they had like this little jumbo bowls, and you get like 1 for $1.50. So I decided to just do this. I was going to buy 2 packs, and every pie could have a blue bow to go with the other stuff I had purchased, but I guess this is the one. It doesn't really matter. And then I also found this pack of paper, and it's a collage paper pad. You get 18 designs. I'll just show the back so you can kind of see. undo the sticker. Or I guess tape. So you got like cute little animals for Christmas or fall, and then the setting that they could sit in. And I just thought that was so cute because I really don't know what I'm going to be doing for Christmas decorations or crafts, you know, going from now through January. I have no idea. So this was 18 sheets for $2. I just bought for the one pack so I can take a look and see what you really get, because it's so hard when you're in the store and when you just see the back and it's like, can I figure out what I want to do with each of these? You know, I need time to look at it and think about it, and I'll probably go back and get more. This was the only one at the $1 store, Dollarama, the only pattern ones that they had. I'm just curious if the other Dollaramas would have different patterns. I think that was everything I got. So my total was $9.50, and then 48 cents for GST. No rounding for pennies because I use my bank card, so it was $9.98. And then I've got Dollar Tree. Oops. I just have to find the receipt. Where did I put the receipt up? Just going to do a quick check on the receipt. All right, everything was $1.75. That's all I need to know. Was there any difference in any pricing on any of this stuff? So everything $1.75. So they have these little mini ornaments. So I got the pack of 15, the straight red. So you get like the glitter, you get these little diamond print, and then you get these swirly ones. So I bought 4 identical packs. I'm going to use these when I make the wreaths for my kitchen. So about 4 of those. Oops, I'm going to drop something. Yes. And then I was also looking for some better dish sink mats, whatever they're called. And I found these ones, and they're actually pretty good size, and they're not going to go flat on the sink like some of the other ones do. These ones are a little bit more solid plastic, and they have the little knobs, so they're going to be, you know, above the sink. And then what I like about these ones, it's got the slats like this. Our kitchen sink doesn't have the drain where everybody else has, because our sink is a uniquely shaped sink. So I just thought that you're not going to have the other one I had. The sink hole plug didn't line up with the rest of the mat. So I was trying to find something that was a little bit, you know, will work with my sink easier. So I think these will work. So it is a mix of plastic and silicone. And my last ones I had, those other silicone ones, I threw them out about a week or so ago because they kind of had this like white mildewy type, and I scrubbed them really good with bleach. And within 2 days, that mildewy type stuff was back on them. I'm like, I can't have my dishes on something that could possibly be mold. I don't know for sure. So I threw them out. So I had to get some new ones. And I got 2 packs of this curling ribbon. This says it's 80 feet in total. So I've got some nice Christmassy one. And then I got this one. Actually, this is the one I'm going to use doing the pies. I liked this one, the snowflakes. And then I also liked this one here with the gold. Or not gold, I mean silver with the little stars. I thought those 2 would be a perfect combination to do the pies. And then I also got little gift tags. So it's a pack of 18. So I'm going to use the 3 blue ones. And what it is inside, I'm going to label what kind of pie it is. So you get like a pack of 18. So it's a exact, so you get 2 of each design. And then I was trying to find, when I do put the pies on something to put under them to make it nice. And I couldn't find anything, but I found, but I have done this in the past with my kids for schools and You just buy the plastic tablecloths, or these, you know, the cheap throwaway tablecloths, and they make a perfect liner for the bottom of your tray. I do have wax paper as well, so, but I don't know how much wax paper I have. So I was trying to find wax paper. I was trying to find the Christmas one, and it was just so expensive. So I thought, well, this is just good enough just to make just to go underneath it. You know, it's not touching the pie. It just sits underneath to kind of give it a little bit of something. But what I was really looking for was the containers for, and Dollarama for $1.75. They actually have, if I can get them unstuck, cake pans. So I bought 4. I'm just gonna move this down. I'm just gonna grab one container and one lid, and it's supposed to. There. Gotta pull these little tabs out. Dollar store quality plastic. Don't want to be too rough with it, but look at that. It is a it's a reusable cake holder with the lid. Look at that. So $1.75. I bought 4 of them, and look, that's going to look so nice to display the pies. So much nicer, and then they all have handles, and they will lock in place. I don't really want to break them, so I bought 4 just in case one broke coming home. I'm just going to lock all these in place. Now, of course, I don't trust this to carry by the handle. Obviously, you put your hand under here, but just holding it up by the handle because it's empty, just to show that, you know, it does lock into place. So that is going to be, you know, really nice for the pie. So I'll just get all those washed. Like I said, everything was $1.75. Came out to $26.25. Oh, I missed one item. Because my car was parked at the mall and I ran across to Dollar Tree, I did buy a big gift bag. Does it say the size? Sometimes they do. No, this just says it's a tote bag. It doesn't say the size. But I went with this Christmassy one because I can use it, you know, getting groceries or other things this holiday season. So in total, okay, with everything now, it was $26.25, $1.31 for GST. So my total came to $27.56. And again, don't have to round for pennies if you're not paying in cash. So that is everything I got the last couple days shopping. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.